There's a conversation that's been going on generally about the fact that emotional regulation, like the concept of that, is a capitalistic idea. There's a chain of stitches on this from two other creators I really like. The first is Donna Bodenheimer. The second is Jessica Good. They're both therapists, and I'll try to tag them here. The point that Donna makes is the word regulation is literally connected to monetary policy and banks. We use this word a lot to talk about money, and not usually to talk about anything else. Regulation evokes control, and the idea that you should be able to control your emotions and be civilized has been used in racist and misogynistic ideology forever. Another point Donna makes is to regulate your emotions is not to be calm all the time. It is to have an appropriate response to your emotions. So if someone is cutting off your leg and you are freaking out, that is a regulated response. Your emotions are appropriate to what's happening to you. And within capitalism, we know that people are going to experience a lot of intense things that have intense emotions that go with them. And to be able to invalidate that response and pathologize it is really helpful for capitalism, for the medical industrial complex, for patriarchy. But the idea that you can be a skilled sailor with your emotions, I think, is valuable. And that's what Jessica Good is saying is we need a new word. Here's the definition of regulate: to control or maintain the rate or speed, to control something, especially a business activity, to set according to an external standard. To me, to regulate means to make regular. If I'm regulating something, I'm trying to make it happen at a consistent clip. That is not possible with emotions. They will never be regular. They happen in response to stimuli, which is inherently irregular. Also, to regulate evokes outside authority or outside control. A bank can't regulate itself. The government has to. So what is the word we usually use to say participating with shaping something? I think the word we almost always use is management. To be in charge of a business or organization, to have the position of supervising, to be the manager of, using time, money, or resources sensibly. Medical industrial complex already uses the phrase pain management. So why did we get emotional regulation and not emotional management? I think it's because the word management evokes autonomy and self-possession. To be the manager of something is to be in charge and to be an authority. Why would capitalism not want someone to be an authority over their own emotions, but might be okay with them being an authority over their pain? Well, pain management is typically only for the rich who can afford the drug prices. I think it's very clear that the medical system preferred to pathologize big emotions rather than validate them. And further, to introduce the idea that you could regulate emotions and make them a normal amount. When I came to therapy, I definitely had too many emotions and a fear of sitting in my emotions. I was not a skilled sailor with my emotions, and I had the feeling that they were out of control. But what I needed to learn is how to validate my emotions. I needed to learn how to move through them with safety, and I needed to develop tolerance for big feelings. I used to have the feeling that my emotions were me. If sadness was there, I was sad. If anger was there, I was anger, and I could not predict my own behavior. And so the process has been more about understanding that there will be waves in the sea, and I will never control or manage the sea. But I get to learn how to manage myself and be a ship that doesn't sink when the waves come. And furthermore, I no longer experience powerlessness inside my emotions. I used to feel powerless to change what I was feeling or prevent what I was feeling. And now I have the feeling of, the storm is coming. We know how to ride these waves. I think the idea that emotions could be controlled, especially by outside authorities, is a fantasy of capitalism that it has been chasing for time immemorial. And the owners of capitalism wish that for themselves. They wish they could control their emotions too. And when they see emotion in women or in Native people, it's scary to them. There's this thread that I always identify in the messaging that is problematic versus the messaging that is helpful. And it is something to the effect of, we trust you to know how you feel. and the medical profession is not there yet. We don't trust you to know yourself yet. But anyway, I'm rambling. My suggested word is emotional management.